Hello, All-Star listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Veterinary Roundtable presented by All-Star Veterinary Clinic, the podcast where we answer your veterinary-related questions while having some fun along the way. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to leave us a review on your podcast provider of choice. And if you have any feedback to offer to improve the Veterinary Roundtable, let us know. We need those reviews.
That's right.
Spotify.
That's right. We're trying to get to the good stuff.
We're getting, yes. Get us there,
107
baby.
on Spotify, 30 on Apple Podcasts.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Okay, now for the fun.
Hey, if you're in your car listening to the podcast, get ready to turn up your volume.
That's right. Turn it
Why?
up. Or maybe turn it down because we're about to make noise.
Well, turn it up because we're about to celebrate. Warning. Go, Duckwall.
Today's a very special day because we're officially recording our 50th episode.
Oh.
We made it. 5-0.
5-0.
We got our party hats
one more
on,
time.
literally, and a little disco ball. For those who aren't watching, there's currently a disco ball floating above our heads and another LED disco ball covering the room with lights.
Play volleyball.
We have a few fun things planned for this episode, and we're ready to party. Like a cat.
We got some special people with us today on this 50th episode.
That's right. Always.
Oh, we're
They're always
special.
special.
You guys are special, for sure, in lots of ways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So-
Let's name a few.
Okay, let's name a few. We've got registered veterinary technician Elise Augustine. Woo, 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 woo. The cat lady.
The cat lady. You are special because you're always full of sunshine and happy, even if you're busy. Yeah.
Aw.
And then we
Yes.
have Courtney Vaughn, one of our other technicians.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo. You are special
Because you're getting married. Next.
And she's really good at her job. She's efficient.
I
and
know.
fast.
I just came to my head.
You are getting married.
That too. We're
than
also
a month.
celebrating that.
We're also celebrating that.
Yes.
And you're just Johnny on the spot.
I say, do this. You're like, okay, boom, boom, done.
Yes. And both of you are exceptional with clients.
That's right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You do a really good job of living the mission, the vision, and you're always there to help people, make sure people have everything that they need,
That's right.
making their lives better.
Preach.
One pet at a time.
That's what we're here for.
Couldn't do without you.
That's right. Exactly.
All right.
All right.
We also have my co-host,
Oh, yeah,
the queen bee of the hive, if you will. The
my hat's on cooking.
what's some other good ones?
The head honcho.
Head honcho, the cherry on top of a sundae, or it's the vanilla ice cream because you're the base of it all.
You're so nice.
The good stuff. Dr. Emily King.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Did you introduce yourself?
No,
Okay, we'll say who you,
you
are.
have to introduce me.
Okay, we are with my wonderful co-host,
Thanks.
Ashlyn Duckwall.
Thank you. That's me.
We are celebrating today.
Yeah.
Your amazingness too.
Oh, well, thank you.
And your energy and the fun you bring every
Mm.
day.
Thanks, unless I'm sick.
Unless you're sick.
Then everyone knows.
Well, that's okay.
It's fine.
The podcast wouldn't have gone to 50 episodes without you two.
Oh,
That is true.
thanks.
You kept it going.
Thank you so
Wow,
much.
this is a great start to the
We're all
podcast.
just bringing each other up. It's awesome.
Okay.
On to the next thing we're going to do today.
Yes,
I'm
which
gonna-
we've been very excited
Yes.
about
Yeah.
because one of the things that we've often talked about here on the podcast is food. And
Yep.
because we are either filming at the end of the day when we're all starving
Mhm.
or right in the middle of the day when we're supposed to be eating lunch.
Yes.
And we have been asking Harrison if we can eat on the podcast.
Yep.
No, can't eat. No.
He doesn't want the
can't
chewing
eat.
sounds.
So,
Understandable.
Okay, but that could be ASMR though.
You
What?
can make money off that.
But, what?
ASMR.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know how.
It's just like noises like enhanced. Like it's
Yeah.
like you would like. That's ASMR.
yeah, you like
Huh?
sprinkle a paper and people like,
Like, you
enjoy
make, like-
that. It's
like-
like,
Oh,
a
it's
good
like a
feeling
like this, and be
noise.
like- And that's all they listen to. And some people use like fall asleep. Like,
Oh,
it's
it's like white noise.
It's like our
or-
voices
like,
that
no.
they could just listen to
No,
on
but
repeat.
you
over
whisper and you make noises on other things, like
Yeah.
tapping noises and like calming things.
Like
Oh,
beatbox?
no,
Like
not
if you like
really.
it on TikTok and you're like ASMR, like some like I don't know, some like person playing with like popping putty or something will like.
Or they like go like rake a hairbrush across your hand. That noise, like stuff like
it's
that.
really just
Are we that
satisfying
old?
sounds.
I think so.
Okay.
I definitely am. You not so much.
I mean,
but
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think we could get a dog and a cat, and
Ooh, when the cat crunches on treats,
Yes.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
There's a cat on TikTok
There's
famous
a
for
purring
it.
cat on White Noise app that I use.
Yeah,
like it could be totally. It could be
dogs drinking
Dog-
water.
I like when
Licking
cat-
dogs,
their
that
peanut
would be
butter.
a nightmare.
That is anxiety for you, not calming.
Remember those
Oh,
cats
God.
make those sounds when you're like those chirping sounds when you're drawing
Oh,
its
yeah.
blood.
Oh
and-
yeah,
Yeah.
Things
that's
like
true.
that.
Or
Interesting.
eating a creamy
Let's start
treat
our own
when
channel
blood.
Yeah.
of veterinary noises.
Veterinary ASMR.
All Star as
Not only can they tune in for entertainment from our podcast, they can calm down and relax with their sound of choosing.
yes.
I don't
Okay,
know how
you
many
guys are in
pleasant
charge of
noises there are
this.
in veterinary medicine.
Maybe for those weird people out there like us.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay,
so
anyway, that was a tangent. What are we doing, King?
we are taste testing Alfredo because back on episode, Harrison, do you remember what
Fact
episode?
check.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Many episodes
We had
ago.
some
Debate.
competition debate.
Yeah,
and then
about
it
chicken
became
Alfredo.
rivalry about chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
So then I was like, you know what we're doing? We're making chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And so we did.
Nobody's mad about chicken Alfredo.
Yeah,
no
no.
one can be mad about chicken
Mm-mm.
Alfredo.
Nope.
Mm-mm, no.
So we are taste testing chicken Alfredo along with Kilroy's breadsticks.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, baby.
Because Dr. King had them for the first time a couple episodes ago and has mentioned them pretty much ever since. So,
Yeah.
Did you specify the chicken Alfredo is made by both of you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. Yes, it's made by both of us
So one.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll
Yep.
see who's
at different
better.
times of the day.
at different times of the day. That's right. Duckwall had to make hers last night.
Yeah.
And I had to make mine this morning.
Yep.
Ooh.
I know. But reheated
But
nonetheless.
sometimes
Yes.
food is better reheated the
Yes.
second
So
day.
That
they
is
both have to
true.
be reheated.
Yeah.
Pasta's usually pretty
So-
good the second day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I'm rolling.
Okay,
excited. I'm just
Harrison,
hungry.
are we
Yeah,
eating
same.
those now?
okay.
Let's try
We
it.
will try not to make loud, obnoxious sounds when we're eating. those listeners.
Or we can just kick off the
gosh.
ASMR channel right
this
now.
is going to be amazing.
Yes.
Harrison, for all those not watching, is giving us our plates.
Our plates, and we
And then we're
have
gonna
two
take-
different
Wait,
piles.
we're supposed to.
I'm so excited.
We're supposed to eat
I
the
might
same one at the
explode.
same time and then talk
Why
about
does
it.
mine have paper in it? It's Parmesan.
So we have we have two.
Which one are you doing? Spirally noodles or the penne noodles?
I'll do whichever one. Spiral noodles.
Okay,
Let's
we're
do
doing spiral
Oh,
noodles
we're doing-
first.
okay.
Let's do it.
Okay,
We're all doing it
spiral
together.
first.
So we're eating
Make
spiral
sure you
noodles.
also
There
get
is
the chicken. Yeah,
and there is a nice sauce.
There's
a nice sauce.
a nice sauce.
A nice sauce on there. Okay.
Ooh, the
Like-
chicken's great.
Mm,
I like that chicken.
I'm
Ooh,
starving.
that chicken is
It's a
good.
little cold, but nothing against
It's
you
a little
guys.
cold.
That's Harrison's
That's
fault.
Harrison's fault.
Yeah, let's
It
put
has
Harrison
nothing to do
on
with the cooks.
Mm.
that. Okay.
Because
I'm just gonna
honestly,
keep
chicken
eating it.
Alfredo is one of those that I would eat cold. Because
I
it's
would
that good.
too, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
really like the chicken.
Oh, it's
This
good.
sauce is very saucy.
The sauce is
Saucy.
saucy.
I like a little bit of pepper in there.
Oh, I took a
Mm.
bite of the penne.
One at a time, Courtney.
I know. I got excited.
Gosh.
Good spice mixtures.
This is really good.
Good textures. Can't
Oh, and it
Can't
smells.
smell.
Oh, you can't smell?
Well, it's kind of cold. Like I don't get a lot of smell out of it. Do you guys get good smell out of it?
I do get like a peppery smell out of it. I can definitely taste the pepper. The pepper is good.
I'm in heaven right now.
I'm pretty
I know, this is
happy.
pretty great. Are we supposed to eat it all and then move to the next one? Okay.
Oh, no. Okay, that's what I'm doing because it was good.
Okay.
On to the penne
Onto the
All right,
penne.
with
we gotta-
chicken.
I had to cleanse my palate.
My palate.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. Make this fair competition here.
Oh, another category of ASMR swallowing.
Ew,
Yeah, I know.
weird.
It's very odd.
What?
I don't know.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Sounds weird.
Okay, on to the penne.
Hmm.
I know we made a lot, so I'm gonna get more after this. By the way, I'm gonna
Mm.
preface that this is not enough to tide me over.
Totally. I even brought
Mm.
extra Parmesan.
Mm.
I was gonna say
So smart.
I can taste the Parmesan accents.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really cheesy.
Yeah, this sauce is thicker.
I guess we
Got
know
a thicker
this is used, but
consistency. Yeah. Gave it away.
I gave it
thicker is
away.
a good one. And honestly, if you're a noodle preference, penne versus the
Mm.
spiral noodles, that's a big thing.
I
That's a
really-
good thing.
I really like
I-
rotini.
Rotini is good.
Rotini's
But
good
I'm a
because it
penne
traps all the.
person.
That's why I use
Yeah.
it.
Because I debated on whether to use fettuccine or not.
Oh yeah.
Because
Me
like when you
too,
go to the
actually.
store,
So
right? I
we
mean, when you
can't
go to
call-
a restaurant,
we can't
right?
call it fettuccine Alfredo. We have to call it rotini
Chicken
Alfredo.
Alfredo.
Rotini.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
I like
It's
the
all
chicken
good.
is like sliced too with the penne.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, they're just different enough that
They're both good.
yeah, they're both good, and it's like one's a little more like peppery, one's a little more, I don't know, cheesy,
Cheesy.
smooth. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the best of both worlds.
So it's like I would honestly have a different drink with each one of these.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What would you have with the spiral noodles?
I don't know. I would kind of want maybe more like a, I don't know. I wouldn't want beer. I'd probably do like a liquor drink.
Okay.
Whereas with yours or the other one,
Wink,
I would do a nice glass of chilled white wine.
Oh, so would I. I would do wine.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. This is why I typically only make this at my house on Friday nights.
Mm.
I thought this was Duffels and this is yours.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Well, could have fooled her. I mean, they're both good. Okay.
I like the rotini one is good because like the cheese is inside the noodle, so when you bite it, it's like
Yeah.
little.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we, now that we've shared our opinions, what do we say?
It is interesting that I'm going back to noodles. Like, it's 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Because how you use different noodles for different meals.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you would never really use like spaghetti for like pasta salad. Do you know what I mean? Like you would use like
Yeah.
rotini, or you would use, you know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
it's
You would
interesting
never
to me that-
use like Alfredo for like mac and cheese.
right.
Yeah.
Mm.
That just
I
like
usually
seems
go with
illegal.
bow tie pasta, honestly.
Oh,
Bow tie is my
Yeah,
second
I
favorite.
love bow tie.
Bow tie is good.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Well,
So I guess we should
I'm
say
happy.
where this all originated from.
mhm.
It was because, we were talking about how we make our chicken Alfredo.
Oh, that's right.
And the story is, well, one of us does homemade Alfredo and one of us does not. And so we tried to
Mhm.
discuss the pros and cons and bantered about which one was better.
Yep.
So I don't know. Can you guys tell which one's homemade, which one's not?
King, is yours homemade, and do you use a store bought?
Yep.
Ducky.
All right.
You guessed it.
Ragu. I love me some ragu Alfredo, and that's what this is.
That's when she said that on the podcast, that's when I was like, oh, hell no. You got to cook it. It's so easy to cook it. So I'm going to give you the recipe because you're going to be a rock star at your house when you cook it.
I mean, I know. Charles will be like, are you feeling okay? Because you're making something from scratch.
I really like cooking, but I'm a really bad cook. I'm getting better, and I did try to make Alfredo once, and it didn't go so well.
I'm way
It
better. at
didn't.
cooking
Why?
than
Why
I
didn't it
thought.
go? Why didn't it go
I
well?
burnt it.
I burnt
Oh,
it.
well, that can happen because you're using cream
Yeah.
and you're using, I mean, it can, and the cheese can go to the
Yes.
bottom and burn.
You gotta
Yep,
keep
yep.
stirring.
You got to keep stirring.
Don't
For
stop
sure.
stirring.
Keep stirring.
I
I
even
will-
made mac and cheese from scratch, and the same thing happened. It was like all over my like oven.
I'm just saying, we're
It
going to
was-
eat more of that later.
It was really bad.
I could eat more.
All of us ate all of it, just so you have that visualization.
We
I
literally
will-
cleaned our plates.
We did.
Yes.
I will give credit where credit's due. Charles is the one who did the chicken, and it
I
was
was gonna
on the
say-
girl.
Oh.
I was gonna say it tasted like grilled chicken.
Oh,
I like your chicken
gosh.
better than
Wow.
the chicken I had in mind.
That is a
Mm.
girthy
I like
How'd
that
you
your
make
chicken was
yours?
sliced,
Okay.
but I think that
Girthy
her
is what
chicken
Courtney says
tasted
from
better.
everyone
Me too, because
listening.
I was lazy and thought, oh my gosh.
Oh my
this-
Oh, this
I
is the
said
best
that's a
episode in the
This is
world.
the best
Yeah, it
episode.
is.
Okay, if you're anywhere near Indianapolis,
Oh
you
my
need to come
gosh.
try Kilroy's
Do you-
breadsticks.
I have never had a Kilroy.
This is like
breadstick.
this is thick.
Here I go.
Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like
Oh,
a croissant
warm.
and a breadstick put together.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's stuffed.
I've got to give my
It's a
husband
different one.
kudos because our delivery
Oh
was
my God.
outside of the clinic, was outside of the delivery range.
Mm.
So we had them delivered to my house and he brought them here and they're still warm.
Thank you,
Oh my
Richie.
God.
Oh my gosh. Right? I mean, oh my
You know
gosh.
it's good when there's oil on your hands
Yeah.
or butter or
Oh.
whatever. This is not healthy for all those.
I could
trying to
eat
be-
like 4 of these.
Carb day.
It's like that episode of The Office with Michael Scott. Anyone, please tell me you've seen the marathon that he runs for rabies awareness, and carb loads right before running miles. He literally stuffs his face with chicken Alfredo and then runs them. And then you see him puking later. It's hilarious.
Can we get some napkins? For favor.
Yes, poor Harrison just running around this entire
Wow.
time. While we're eating, stuffing our
I
face.
like that.
I do not know how we ended up talking about Kilroy's that day either, but I don't know how that came up.
I think I watched that one. You said you ended
up.
up ordering food one night because something, and then you were looking
Oh,
at DoorDash.
yes. Mhm.
I watched that episode.
Yes. Okay, so should you tell someone if food is stuck in their teeth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
It's
should.
rude not to.
I agree.
We're on to Icebreakers, by the way.
You should also tell them when they have a
We're
booger hanging out of their
multitasking.
nose.
I agree.
Or if they have just anything general on their face.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to do.
Even if, okay. Yeah. So stranger, so someone you know and you don't know, right? Or are we saying just people you are comfortable with?
I would tell somebody like a stranger,
Yeah.
unless like they were like doing something really rude. Like if I was in like a line to like check out for my groceries and he's being like a jerk to the cashier, I wouldn't tell him.
Yeah.
But
How about like, okay, a client is here.
I would totally not tell a stranger.
I don't
Um,
know if I would either because
My clients
I
here,
don't
like if I
wanna-
know them, I'll tell them. If I don't know them,
If you can't see Courtney's
So-
face.
So basically, we're all hypocrites because instantly we're like, yeah, you should tell someone. And now we're like, ah.
I would tell someone I knew. But if it's like a stranger, I don't know if I don't know.
I was a cashier in high school and I definitely told people like they came through my line. I was like, hey, I just so you know, like you got something in your teeth. You got a bat hanging out of the cave. They were always very appreciative.
Yeah. Is anyone ever going to get mad? No, probably
No,
not.
they wouldn't. Actually, you're exactly right. So
If you didn't tell them,
Yeah, if you didn't. No, if you did tell them, would they ever
Oh.
be offended? Probably not.
Maybe just embarrassed.
unless you catch someone on a really bad day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't fall breadstick.
Okay. Well, I guess let's
Anybody
start.
want-
Let's
you
be
want one?
better. Let's be
Mhm.
better, everyone.
me, please.
Let's start telling people that they have stuff on their face. And if you get it wrong because it's actually like a mole or it's
See, that's
a
the thing, right?
piercing, then
Are you pregnant? No,
Uh,
I'm not. I'm just.
Well, you just—that's a big no-no.
Yeah, no, you don't do that one.
even when they're 8 months pregnant, don't ask.
Uh-uh.
There's
Bad
a
idea.
TikTok and a lady's obviously pregnant and somebody's like, oh, like how far along are you? And she goes, I'm not pregnant.
That's what I'm most excited for when I get pregnant. When people ask me, I'm going to tell them no and act really offended. Just for fun.
Okay,
Mhm.
we're Ross and Rachel on a break. This is a fantastic question.
Yes.
Controversial. I've never seen Friends.
Oh my!
That's from Friends, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
I've never seen Friends.
She said, I want a break.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were on a break, but does that give him the right to go do what he did?
What do you do?
If they were that serious and in love,
They
I don't
were on a
know.
break.
What do you
They
do?
were on a break.
How else do you
we
interpret that
can't ruin
information?
it for you.
I'm not
Courtney's
gonna
asking
watch
what
it.
he did.
I'm not going to watch
you
Friends.
had to. It's a classic.
I won't, though.
Courtney,
It's not my
I'm
type
gonna-
of show. I
I'm
can't.
gonna
gonna
just
make you.
kidnap you
Oh.
and make you watch it.
I think breaks are stupid. You either break up or you're together. Breaks are dumb to me.
You
Well,
are
then it's
correct.
a breakup. Like if you break up, then
Then you
You
can
have
go
no
do what you
control over
want.
the other person.
No, you
True.
can't be mad. I think breaks are dumb.
because otherwise, why'd you tell them? If you're gonna
Personally.
get mad, then why'd you tell them to you
Well,
wanted
then
to break?
so is talking. Talking is dumb. Go on a date. Go out on to
Talking
dinner.
You
is
can still
dumb.
be
talk in
dumb.
person, not talk via phone.
You can be talking and still like dating. You're just not like or like go on dates. You're just not officially.
How did we
boyfriend
go
and
from
girlfriend.
break to talking? I'm confused.
I was just equating like some stupid relationship thing.
I think that's a
You're on a break.
generational thing. Like,
Talking.
Yeah, like when I was
We're
in,
talking,
like,
but he hasn't asked me about girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, I get where you're coming from now. So like,
So
it's
isn't
not
that
like,
dating?
Like
you're
you're
just
like
dating.
I'm talking to so and so. No, because if they didn't ask, it's not official.
That's an actual thing.
yeah.
We're talking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, you do. You talk every day.
Yeah.
What is that supposed
So
to
you're
mean?
dating.
We're talking. Yeah.
Because when you're dating, you're talking to each other.
If somebody,
all
if
the
some
time.
guy said that to me, I'd be like, okay, never mind, because you're clearly
Yeah.
afraid of saying we're dating. So
Yeah,
never mind. Who cares?
exactly.
Red flag.
Unless you need to make it clear that you're not dating other people. I don't freaking know.
Or now you can because you can just talk to lots
Yeah,
of people.
I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk
Guess
to
what?
you. I'm gonna
We're
talk to you.
talking and we're talking
Yeah.
and we're talking
And we're not dating.
and we're not dating anybody. Oh,
Please
dear
call
God.
us for dating relationship advice. We are here for you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. How should you pronounce the word PECAN?
Pecan.
Pecan.
Pecan. Pecan
Pecan pie.
cookies.
I
I was
say
just trying to think
pecan.
how I say pecan pie.
I
think-
say
so
pecan because my uncle.
You want a
Pecan.
pecan pie?
Pecan pie, that's his favorite pie.
Pecan
And that's
pie.
my dad's favorite pie.
What do I do with this plate? I'm just gonna.
But
Here, do you want me to
just
take
you
it?
always have to do with the accent. So then is it real? Is that
Pecan.
real?
Yeah, because you're
Pecan.
from the Midwest.
Pecan.
You can say pecan. There's no accent there.
Say it without an accent.
Pecan.
Does that sound like a real word to you?
Pecan.
pecan?
Are we back on the ASMR? Is this pecan?
Pecan.
Okay, well, I don't know. Food for thought for everyone out there.
It is
in the world.
pronounced differently depending
Oh
on
my
where you
gosh,
live.
we're doing another one. Look at the next
Would
section.
you rather? This
Wow,
is definitely
this is a
exciting.
great episode. You
You know what I really enjoyed that I don't think anybody else liked? The dog breed thing. I really liked that.
Nah.
You didn't like
She hated it.
Well, wait, what was that?
Because I said
Don't hold back.
I
Tell
was
us how
on
you
the
really
next
feel.
episode after that. I said I missed it. She was like, no. It's like, okay, never mind.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
Okay.
continue.
Would you rather do cat anal glands or a pug nail trim?
Anal glands.
I'm very torn. Because
Really?
this is going to sound really weird for people who aren't in veterinary medicine. I love doing anal glands. I love it. But pug nail trims make me laugh and they just bring me joy because of the noises that pugs make. I love it. So I'm very torn. And I love pugs.
Okay.
Yeah, should we explain why, like, pugs specifically?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Insert video of pugs getting nails trimmed.
Mhm.
yes. I
You
mean,
They
made a
scream
really
like
good
a human.
reenactment of the sound they make. You should do that again.
I made a good reenact. I did
Yeah, earlier with Ollie.
Yeah, I did. I did a reenactment earlier.
Courtney does a really good
oh, let's
pug
hear it.
sound.
Okay, let's hear your
Well,
pug
I
sound.
have it.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do it now. I was in the moment earlier.
Think of that cute pug puppy we saw
He
earlier.
did. He made that sound.
Oh, nope.
No, that was close though.
I don't even know how I did it. What I
I
do?
don't know. It was really good though.
Yeah, I can't do it again.
They
one
do.
kind
They
of
good
sound.
one.
They sound. They sound horrible. They sound like you're killing them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
And then you walk. And then you walk back there, and the dog's just standing there. It's not like they're like sweating and
No.
poops everywhere.
Or they're in the
They're just
sling, they're just-
basically just standing there.
They're just hanging in the sling.
Can you insert a video?
Oh, it is horrible, and their nails are like they curl around their pads.
Yeah.
And you have to get in there, and then
Oh, it's
And then you
just-
can't really restrain them because they
No.
have no neck.
They
and
have no
stop
have
breathing.
no muzzle. Yeah,
They stop breathing.
In the
Yes.
sling. They go right in the sling.
I will say though, I'm scared I'm gonna like tear something in the cat when you do an anal gland.
Yeah,
They're-
I have small fingers.
Their bungholios are so tiny.
so tiny.
That's why I got tiny fingers.
And they're usually not okay with it.
They're
So
usually not
who's-
okay with it.
No.
So which bites worse? A cat bite. So I'd probably rather do
Pug nail
the
trim.
pug nail trim.
That's true because I'm envisioning the cat who just sits there nicely, but that's not the case.
How many times has that happened to you?
Bridget.
I was just thinking of
Were you
Bridget.
thinking of Bridget?
Yes, I was
but-
thinking of Bridget.
Yes.
In her bed.
I love Bridget, which we haven't seen in a
yeah,
while.
we talked about
Is it Bridget
that.
Keller? Is that her last name? No.
Is she, no, it's Emily.
Yeah.
Emily Briggs.
Emily
Mm.
Briggs.
Oh.
Did something happened to Emily Briggs?
We can't get hold of her. She's an older lady.
You can't.
No. We've contacted her because stuff's overdue.
Oh no! Oh well. Well, I mean, her cat was amazing.
Her son lived out of state though, so I just think that maybe she went to live with her son.
Okay, that
Hmm.
that works for me.
Yeah.
What's up?
But her cat was the bomb. I mean, it was the cat. You could do anything to this cat.
Oh,
think I've
that's
met
so
her.
nice.
It was a black cat,
I know
and
Emily,
she
but-
just was a noodle. She just
Yes.
like rolled.
Oh.
She was
Mhm.
just like the best cat ever.
She always brought her in her bed.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Aw.
I know that cat.
Yep.
Those are nice cats.
Yep.
Great
She's
cats.
super sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather clean chronic Cocker Spaniel ears with rods to numerous count or mop HG diarrhea?
Ears. That's like
Ears.
an easy That's so easy.
So
Ears.
easy.
Oh,
I would
no,
rather
I
mop
would rather
HG
mop
diarrhea.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
disgusting.
yeah.
HGE is like a whole nother small. I can deal with ears.
I cannot do
I cannot do
HGE.
HGE.
HGE, we mean hemorrhagic gastroenteritis, and it smells a lot like
Death.
like clostridial.
Oh, sorry.
Like diarrhea. Yes, death.
It's
Death is
very
dying on
bloody,
the inside.
squirty
Yeah.
diarrhea.
Yeah.
I can't do that smell. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
it's bad.
gag
It is
much, but
bad.
that makes me gag.
But think of your pseudomonas, your swollen ear that has pus coming out
Yeah.
of it. It hasn't been touched in months. They're
As
so
soon
much.
as you pick it up,
No.
it's like
Okay, but like Have you ever put pH Nodex in the ear like that, so chunky, and then you clean those ears and you get those chunks out, and that is
Technicians are different breeds. We like that stuff.
satisfying.
Have you ever walked into an exam room, smelled the ear, and had to hold back vomit? Because I have.
No.
Yeah, well, or you just
also-
open the door and you can just tell.
In the hallway. I've had one you can smell it.
Oh yeah,
down the hall.
I had
It is
one
a
that stunk
smell.
up the lobby.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's funny because the owners, God bless them, I'm like, are you living this
Yes.
with this in your house? Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is what your house smells like. But I think maybe they get used to it and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Scout has always had chronic ear problems. She never got that bad. She's never like Cocker Spaniel status,
Yeah.
but like she has had smelly ears, and like maybe it's like the bigger space. You just don't smell it, or you get used to it. I don't know, but
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
Yeah.
cleaning those ears, man, that's satisfying. It's worth the smell.
And we're saying Cocker Spaniels because they're notorious for having terrible ears. So
Yes.
Very terrible.
anyway. Okay, last one.
All right. Would you rather deal with the crazy cat lady or the holistic medicine does not trust veterinarians client?
Crazy cat lady.
Crazy cat
Crazy
lady.
cat
Crazy
lady.
cat lady. Yep. Because those people are really probably willing to do what you need them to do
Yeah,
to get to
exactly.
the other side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
in
The other
terms of
one, it's like,
resolution.
how can you fight that? You are literally everything against I went to school for and I have training for. I can't change your
I mean, I think there's a place for holistic medicine.
Yeah.
I
very,
wouldn't.
very, very specific places
Yes,
for it.
does not trust veterinarians. That's really hard.
It just
Because how do
like
you
that
ever
puts you in a
resolve problems?
situation where then you're like, well, you don't want to listen to me, and then it's hard to take
Well,
care of
because
the
the
animal
whole-
because they're battling you the whole time.
Yeah, I
and,
mean,
you
the
know.
whole
Yeah.
premise of being able to resolve the problems, you have to go. The parent or the client is a conduit to the pet.
Mhm.
So, like, you have to have a relationship in order to fix the
Right.
problems.
Yeah, you're
So
set up for
that's-
failure
yeah.
at the start, and
Yeah.
one thing goes wrong, it's our fault.
Mhm.
Boom, that's it.
I had a client, no lie, I think I told you this before, who when I walked in the room, said I did a physical exam and I told the owner that the dog had a heart murmur, and they said, okay, I'm glad you found that because I wanted to see if you were able to find it. Like, they didn't trust that. Like, yeah, that they didn't trust. Like, if I didn't find the heart murmur, or without her telling me that the dog had a heart murmur, if I didn't find it, I'm sure she was like, nope.
Right.
So she was testing you.
Yeah.
Did you give yourself?
I
a
did
little
actually
thumb?
have
I know what I was like.
Great, I can do my job. Yay!
I know, right?
I had a client in our field not tell me that she was in our field. I won't go into any more specifics than that until after I did my exam and talked through things. And she was like, yeah, I was just saying what you were going to say. Yeah.
It's so nerve wracking. Like,
No,
It
you're on
is.
Because then you
trial
feel like
every
you're
single
walking on
day.
eggshells. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
All right.
Case collections.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Mine's the most boring, so I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about my own dog. He is a 1-year-old pitty mix, and probably like a month or month and a half ago, we take him on walks every night, and he had like a mild limp in one of his front limbs. And I didn't really think much of it because it was just random. It would happen, I mean, after like a ton of exercise. But like I said, it was very, very subtle. So I was just monitoring it at home. And then 2 weeks ago, he was playing outside with some of his puppy friends, and he fell wrong. And after that, he could not put any weight on his left front leg. And so I was like, okay, great. So then Dr. Duckwall took a look at him, and she did not like how like severe, like, I mean, he was painful, like very, very painful. And it happened that fast. So we decided, I think it was a Friday or Thursday, and we're like, let's just sedate him. So we sedated him, took x-rays, and he ended up having elbow dysplasia in his left front elbow. And that's where there's like just bone fragments kind of hanging out sometimes.
That's
or
part of the It's
yeah.
essentially just to sum it up, the joint is not together correctly. It's not formed correctly.
Yeah.
And there's different variants of that.
Yep. So he has that. So what we did is we're still resting him very, very strictly. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks. He was on 2 weeks of an anti-inflammatory, did well on that. We started him on a joint supplement. And he's not limping anymore. I mean, he does it like every once in a while. It's very small, like if he's been laying down for a while. But he still isn't allowed to go on walks because we're actually going to Tennessee next month. So we got to rest him really well so he can go hiking. But usually with elbow dysplasia, it kind of just flares up throughout their life, and you treat it as needed and things like that. And there's a surgery, you can go in and scope the elbow, but he's not to that degree yet. So
Yeah. His was very, very mild changes on x-ray.
yeah.
And so mild that I thankfully had the opportunity to have a radiologist read a report from a case that was very similar to his. And so that's how I knew that it was there. But his was even milder than the other dogs. So anyway, it's just going to be management and flare-ups every so often. But
just more frustrating than anything.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
It's also very, like, I have a lot more appreciation and like grace with our clients now with like resting their dogs, because it is very hard. Especially when you have a 1-year-old who's still like a pup. Like, I mean, it's very, very difficult. So I give props to clients who can do it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm doing it to my best, but it's not easy.
Yeah. No, it's hard.
So
For sure.
I can go next.
Sure.
So I think it was last Thursday. We had something called the emergency line, and it's a client of ours, and he's an 11-year-old cockapoo. And the owner was like, hey, about 30 minutes ago, my dog ate like a razor blade, like a shaving like razor blade. He goes, should I bring him in? And I was like, yes, you definitely should. Can you come over right now? And he was like, yep. So he came over and we took x-rays, and you could see that he had eaten a razor blade, and he had actually like chomped it. And so the pieces were just like chomped and free floating within his like stomach. And we didn't have like the capability to do the surgery at that time. So we referred him to an emergency facility, and they did do the surgery and they removed all of the pieces. By the time they had like gotten to the facility, it had continued to move through. So I believe that some of the pieces were in intestines by then. So they did an enterotomy and removed those pieces very carefully. And then some other pieces ended up passing through. And they also found a piece lodged between two of his teeth.
Oh.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good news, or good thing that he was like out so that they could.
Yeah. It was when they were intubating him that they found that.
Yeah.
But they so far he's recovering really well, and he's not like one that eats things, so I don't think they know why he chose to eat a razor blade, but we're glad that they like saw it and brought him in and took him.
A skin
there,
dog.
And
He's got lots of skin issues.
He's a skin allergy dog, so but he's doing well now.
Yeah.
I don't understand dogs.
It's good that the owner caught it, because
It could have been bad.
I mean, hopefully it would have gone all the way through, but you still have that piece lodged in
your
the mouth. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
or it could have migrated outwards because it's sharp.
Yeah.
It's like tulip.
And he had
The
mentioned,
needle?
he had mentioned that he had vomited a couple of times, and he did vomit up one of the pieces. So,
Ouch.
yeah, and so the emergency facility, we took abdominal x-rays, but they took x-rays to further look up, make sure there wasn't damage to like his esophagus, and they didn't see any damage. So he's very lucky.
Yeah, lucky dog.
We've had one like that before here too. There's a lab
I do remember that.
because he was being watched by his uncle.
Yeah.
And the mom was like, nope, he has to stay with you guys. We're like, okay.
Yep. My case is a dog that is 2.5 to 3 years old, a Samoyed, female spayed Samoyed, that presented back in May for intermittent lameness that responded to Rimadyl. It went away back in May, then it came back, I think sometime in July maybe, and then went away again, and then came back again in September. And the owner feels like between May and now that the dog is progressing in terms of like the clinical signs being worse and then more limbs affected. So originally they thought, I think it was maybe one back leg. Now they thought it was both back legs. And now they think, okay, at this point, maybe are her front legs affected. And on the video, you can see her struggling to get up, but she really handstands. When I had seen her originally in September, she was showing me a video and she's like trying to handstand to get up. And so I thought, okay, maybe it's, musculoskeletal or whatnot. And so we took x-rays of her pelvis and her knees. Everything looked fine. There's no evidence. We had the radiologist read the films just to make sure there wasn't anything unusual with the lumbosacral area. And everything came back fine, unremarkable. And so I don't think that it's a musculoskeletal issue. I think it's actually a neuro issue. So she is going to go see the neurologist. And between the time that I saw her in September and then, I don't know, earlier this week, they sent a message saying, we think now her front legs are affected because she's doing some other unusual things. And so
Interesting.
That's really
we are
frustrating.
going to, So maybe polyarthritis or some, but she's not painful in her joints. So I was like, I kind of put it on low on my differential list because when you run her joints through, she doesn't really cry or, she's not that they always have to, but she didn't have any indication of pain. So I'm working off more of a neurologic issue. And so she's going to go see the neurologist.
She on like tick prevention and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Her lab work was normal. And we ran a CBC chem lights on her. That was normal. Her Acuplex was negative. No temperature.
That's really frustrating.
So,
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. And she was originally responding to Rimadyl. I think that she responds less now than she did originally in May.
Okay.
But the fact that it's chronic in nature and then it's intermittent and now progressing, I'm like, well, let's just have you see the neurologist so that, if we're going to guess what might be wrong, like let him guess.
Yeah.
Or her guess. And then, or if they're going to pursue something like joint taps or a CSF tap, then let them do that. So that's kind of where we left that
That's
patient.
nice that the owners are willing to go the extent, though. That's really cool.
She's a really funny dog. She was a rescue and her personality is hilarious. She's like 9 cups of coffee in the room. I mean, so it's like really hard to be like, they're like, she's normal in here. And it's like, no, I get it.
Yeah.
And so the longer you sit in the room with her, the more she starts to display the clinical signs. But the videos really help because it shows you what the pet's like at home.
Yeah.
So
because their adrenaline starts pumping and they're like, oh, I'm fine.
Yep. That curative car ride.
Every time.
Well,
so she's going to the neurologist this week. So
be interesting.
I'll update everybody once we know more.
Yeah. Okay. Mine's on the same lines of neuro, but it's a 5-year-old male neutered Frenchie, and he has a history of IVDD in his back that he had surgery on, and this was years ago. But he presented acutely a couple days ago for just ADR, not acting right. It was so weird. This dog is usually, walking around, excited to see you, like licking you and just happy. But as soon as I walked in the room, he was on his side. He was like twitching. And at first I was like, is he full body twitching? Like what is happening? And then he like stood up and then walked around and then instantly went to his side again. And I'm like, is he painful? So you just kind of go through all these things of, okay, is he stable? Number one. And he was like heart, respiration, pink gums, all of that stuff. So then I'm like going through, okay, where's this twitching from? Is it because he consumed something that's causing some twitching? So we're thinking like toxin. He was at his grandparents' house, so a medication, something like that. Or is it like neurologic seizures? Is he having seizures? Things like that. So after the exam, I found actually that he had a lot of guarding, resistance, and pain in his neck region. Mostly it was towards the left, and that's where the twitching was happening, was in his left neck and then his left ear pinna. There was some twitching on the right side as well, but when I went to go try to get him to shake his head on the left side, he didn't want to. But he did on the, like when I messed with his right ear, he shook his head a little bit. And then when I tried to move his neck to the left side, he was okay. But going to the right, where he's going to stretch out that left side, was like no go. So concern is that he, I guess, breaking it down, he was pacing and laying on his side because he was just so uncomfortable and he didn't know what to do. With his breed and his history, I'm worried that there's another episode of a disc issue, so IVDD. But then, I mean, we can't rule out because he was with a different family member. Like, did he get into something? So we ran lab work and it was mostly normal. There's a little bit of elevation in something called the bilirubin, but the liver values were normal. So I don't think there's a primary liver issue. So what we ended up deciding was starting him on pain meds, methocarbamol, which is a muscle relaxer, and strict rest. And the next step would have to be neurology consultation for advanced imaging if that wanted to be pursued. We did get an update today. He didn't do very well in the last couple of days, day and a half. So we're going to actually switch from an anti-inflammatory like ibuprofen equivalent to steroids and see if it's going to help him a little bit better and then go from there. So he's really painful.
Yeah, he's now hanging his head down. He won't even pick up his head.
Okay.
And he's now vocalizing because of the pain, which he wasn't doing.
Will the owners do go back to see the neurologist?
unfortunately, I think at this time in their lives, they're not going to.
So like one of the, so the two reasons, like Cross will say the two reasons that you intervene would be uncontrolled pain with
Mhm.
medication and then obviously deficits.
Right.
But I had a patient who didn't respond and they weren't going to pursue surgery. So we did acupuncture and it
Oh.
worked.
I have heard Amber to start doing acupuncture, and they're like, acupuncture's awesome.
Yeah.
Because of because I
yeah.
think for neck pain, for like neuro pain or spinal pain,
Yeah.
it doesn't work for everything. Like I'm not a fan of it for arthritis, but I think for like actual like nerve pain,
Yeah.
so that would be another thing
Yeah.
that you could potentially explore.
Yeah. Because and
amitriptyline too. You could.
yeah, he didn't have any neuro deficits at the time. So
Yeah.
that's true. We could see if he'd be willing to do that. So, yeah.
Maybe it would be less expensive than surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you go through all your meds and you're like, okay, great, we're still not controlling this pain.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
I switched to Pred just because I was like,
No, I
Yeah,
agree.
so
Yeah.
I mean, might as well, right?
not gonna hurt anything.
Yeah.
Not
Pred,
gonna hurt
GABA, and methocarbamol.
Yeah.
That's what he's
Yeah.
on.
Poor guy. That's
Yeah.
And he's
so sad because, you know, they don't know
No.
what's going to. So then you just see them like not do
Yeah.
anything because everything, like anytime they move their head, then it hurts.
He's
Yeah.
so cute.
And
so
he's a
cute.
Frenchie, so that fits the bill. Like Frenchies are another breed that can come with
Mhm.
disc, spine issues, things
He's
like
such
that.
a sweet guy.
Yeah.
How old is he?
5
Oh, yeah, that's
and
just
a
said
half.
that 5.
or something. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Looks like Courtney's going to have another dog.
Just what you need before you get married.
That's
Yeah.
right.
A debilitated dog.
Gosh. Jeez.
I always liked Frenchies.
I know.
Those are good cases, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, on to listener questions. We made it. So,
made it.
hi, I'm hearing that Benadryl diphenhydramine, same thing, is bad to take daily as it can cause dementia in humans. What about dogs? Is it safe for dogs to take it daily? Nikki Whitfield Burrow.
Bro.
That's what Calvin said.
That's like somebody, yeah. Holden and Calvin. Bro. That's what they say all the time. I don't know why they call me that, but they do.
That's hilarious. They call you
Bro. That's what they- It's Holden and I's thing. I don't know why. I don't know how that ever started. But anyway,
nice.
Benadryl diphenhydramine. They're the same thing, like Buckball said.
Yep. So the main question is, can it cause dementia? Right? Or no? The main question is, yeah.
In dogs.
Yeah.
Chronic use.
Is it safe for daily use?
Safe for daily use.
So in doing research, it said that it's a pretty safe drug.
Mhm.
You worry about lack of efficacy long term. The information we have, it's extrapolated from humans. So
Yeah. I think that the
don't-
dermatologist would tell us if they're using it for a particular purpose that I've definitely seen them use it long term
mhm.
for different things.
Right.
And especially prior to us having the cytokine inhibitors, you know, prior to us knowing what we know now about allergies in dogs and them being cytokine problems, not histamine problems, all we had back in the day. Because if you can't see the podcast, I'm the oldest one on the podcast. And so back in the day, we didn't have Apoquel, we didn't have Cytopoint. So we used Benadryl.
Mhm.
We used different antihistamines because these dogs were miserable.
Mhm.
And so a lot of these dogs were on these medications long term because you had no other choices. Now we know that it's not a histamine problem. And so if you are giving your dog Benadryl for an allergy and you're wondering why it's not working,
That's
that's
why.
why.
Mhm.
So
supposed to.
yeah, I mean, it's just won't do it. But if you have hives or those cases where the dogs get bit and then their
Mhm.
face swells up, it'll work.
And
for that.
honestly, I think some sinus stuff like
Congestion
reverse
or reverse sneezing. Yeah, sure.
it works for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know that we use it long term anymore.
Mhm.
I guess my whole point is.
and if you're needing it for like sedative effects, I would probably recommend something different.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's not our main use of it anyway.
Yeah.
So I really don't think it does a great job at that, although some would argue that it does. So
Right.
It does a great job for me personally.
oh yeah, for
Yeah,
humans,
people,
yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, we talk about Benadryl a lot, I feel like. So that's why I figured that it's a good
Well,
one.
and I think people are always looking for an over-the-counter
Yes.
option to
Yeah.
be able to treat their itchy dog.
Because allergy
Yeah.
meds are pricey.
Expensive.
Yeah.
And I think that the first thing because you do extrapolate from people, like even as a person trying to solve a problem, you're thinking, okay, we use Benadryl when we're itchy. We have Benadryl itch cream. You put on your, so you're thinking Benadryl is the answer. So I think that's why we get so many people that call in and say, hey, can you give me a Benadryl dose? My dog's itching. It's like, I can, but it's not going to do anything.
Right. Yeah.
And so I think that's why we get a lot of the questions.
Or it'll make them sleepy, so maybe they stop itching. But it's not fixing the itching.
Right.
That's usually what I
It's
say
making
when
them
they're
sleepy.
like itchy and they ask for Benadryl. I go, I'm really happy to give you a dose, but just so you're aware, like you say, Benadryl is not helpful in skin allergies, but it might make them sleepy, so you might think that's better.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, they're too tired to bother
Yeah.
with it.
I have like a whole spiel because I've said it so many times before.
Especially in this season of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it did say too in the research. What did I say? There is like listed when not to use it, I guess, recommendations. And so it's in those cases where it has they have a certain type of glaucoma. So it's like acute angle glaucoma or something like that. I don't remember what I said, but that. And then you do have to watch because I guess there have been reports of bladder urine retention. So, and that's just with some effects it has on the nervous system. So I guess no medication is benign. Use with caution, but this is a very safe one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree.
Does that help?
Yeah, I'd agree.
And if your dog has dementia, well, there's other options.
That you could
It's
use
probably
instead
not
of Benadryl.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Well,
What an exciting episode. We did a lot. I feel like
we
we've
did
been here
a
a while.
lot. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
What time
Yeah, it
is
was a
it?
good one.
6 o'clock?
That's right.
It's nice and dark in here. I'm actually
Mhm.
quite. It's
Quite
the pasta,
Mhm.
pasta hangover.
The pasta, absolutely.
Okay. You, me, you, me.
Sure, go for it.
No, you.
Okay. Before we leave, I'd like to just say thank you to our listeners for allowing us to be one of the main veterinary podcasts in their rotation. We have a lot of fun discussing veterinary topics and debating over icebreakers every other week, and it wouldn't be nearly as entertaining without you. So without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in to the 50th episode of the Veterinary Roundtable.
Woo! We're pointing at you.
You, and you,
Oh.
and you, and you, and you, and
Just
you.
hit my face with the microphone.
She got so excited.
I have an arm problem.
Remember, send in those questions and be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at All Star Veterinary Clinic. If you enjoyed this episode or a previous episode, leave us a review on your podcast provider of choice. Let's get that number up there.
That's right.
All right. We'll see you in a few weeks for the next episode of the Veterinary
Sounds like it's dying.
Woo!